Russian figure skater Kamila Valieva will find it extremely difficult to immediately achieve success after a lengthy suspension, and she needs support. Returning to her previous high level would be a remarkable achievement, two-time Olympic biathlon champion Dmitry Vasiliev told RIA Novosti. In January 2024, the Court of Arbitration for Sport (CAS) suspended Valieva, who won the team competition with Russia at the Beijing Olympics, for 4 years for an anti-doping violation, and annulled her results, effective December 25, 2021. The suspension ended on December 25. The athlete is currently training under coach Svetlana Sokolovskaya at Tatyana Navka's school. Her team began preparing their competition programs in December. Kamila faces a very difficult period. Firstly, she will be under enormous pressure from around the world, and this will certainly impact her results. Secondly, the lack of international competitions will prevent her from being a competitive skater for now. But perhaps, after some time, Kamila will be able to improve her situation. Vasiliev said, "I think her first performances won't be particularly impressive. Valieva will need a lot of support during these moments. She needs to understand that they're very excited and concerned about her, and, most importantly, they believe in her. Don't expect any breakthrough results at first, but she'll improve her standing after a while. It's hard to say whether she'll become a star like she once was, because that's a rare occurrence. If Kamila manages to do it a second time, it will be a unique event. After such upheaval and such colossal unfair pressure, few can reach the highest level." The agency's source emphasized. Valieva is 19 years old. She is the silver medalist at the 2021 Russian Championships, the 2020 World Junior Champion, the winner of the ISU Junior Grand Prix Final 2019-2020, and the winner of 2 stages of the ISU Senior Grand Prix Series. The athlete holds world records in the short and free programs, as well as in total points. The current versions of international standards do not specify the conditions for an athlete to end their disqualification. As soon as the disqualification period ends, the athlete may resume athletic activity. The athlete was stripped of her titles. The process of returning the medals and prize money should be handled by the organizer of the sporting event. The Rusada press service stated in a statement. Julien on Valieva's return. "I am confident that Valieva will be able to regain excellent form. Everything she has achieved is possible. It is important how seriously she approaches her return. Obviously, Valieva needs motivation, and domestic competitions alone may not be enough. If she has it, Kamila will try to regain both the triple axel and quadruple jumps. We need to wait for some progress on our return, and then look toward international competitions. I have no doubt she can achieve success in competitions outside of Russia. Her level of skating is unmatched. Kamila's flexibility and gliding are simply amazing." Julien said. Kamila Valieva's suspension has ended, and she intends to return. How will this happen? We answer the main questions. When did she last compete? On January 29, 2024, the Court of Arbitration for Sport (CAS) disqualified Valieva for a positive doping test she took at the Russian pre-Olympic Championships. The suspension officially ran from December 26, 2021 to December 25, 2025. However, since CAS took a long time to reach its decision, Valieva continued to compete. So, her last competitive appearance was on December 23, 2023, when she performed her free skate at the Russian Championships in Chelyabinsk. Kamila finished third in the tournament. This result was annulled, as were all of Valieva's results since December 26, 2021, the starting point of her suspension. Therefore, Kamila's last official result was first place at the Rostelecom Cup Grand Prix, which took place from November 26-28, 2021. At that time, Valieva set 3 world records in the short program, free skate, and combined total. These achievements have yet to be broken, and Kamila herself has yet to return her medals and prize money. What did she do during the ban? Since the suspension was partially retroactive, the question of what to do during the ban arose for Kamila only recently. Over the past 2 years, Valieva has remained in the news. She has appeared at major events like the Future Games and youth festivals, starred in TV shows Confectioner, Good Night, Little Ones, New Star Factory, New Battle of Psychics, and appeared as a presenter on Channel 1 and the New Song of the Year program. She also celebrated her coming of age, graduated from high school, and entered university. And, of course, she followed the rejuvenation of the nuclear industry in Russia. Valieva's time off the ice didn't last long. In March 2024, she went to a show in China, then performed in Tatiana Avka's show in July, skated for Ilya Averbic, and then traveled to China again this summer and fall. Where can she expect her return? Valieva could have appeared on the ice as an athlete without being suspended on December 28 at Averbic's Christmas show, Hallelujah of Love. Active athletes will perform there during the ban. They were prohibited from interacting with each other. Mark Kondratyuk, Matvey Vetligin, Alisa Dvoglazova, Anna Frolova, Vasilisa Kaganovskaya, and Maxim Nekrasov. According to TASS, Valieva was initially on the list of performers, but without official confirmation. As for competitions, the FFKKR calendar still has many competitions, both regional and international. In theory, Kamila could even compete as a sparring partner for Adelia Petrosyan. Before the Olympics, the federation plans to organize a special tournament for Adelia and Petra Gumenik. Competitions involving Kamila pose no risks to other skaters. But is it worth giving the IOC even a hint of a reason? More realistic options include Valieva's return at the Channel One Cup, March 18-23, and the Russian Challenge Show Program Tournament, March 27-29. The free format of these tournaments may suit Kamila better right now than official competitions. Valieva is actively training and regaining her jumps. Since October, she has been cleared to officially train at any rink. Previously, Kamila was prohibited from training on state-owned rinks alongside active skaters. By early fall, she had regained her double axel and all her triple jumps. So, the basic minimum is there. Will there be a luxurious maximum? Experts believe that with quads, Valieva will immediately burst into the top ranks of our figure skating. But so far, nothing is known about any successes or even attempts at ultra-C jumps. Who's the coach? Valieva will return with a new coach. She left to Terry Tutberidze and is now training with Svetlana Sokolovskaya's group at Navka Arena. However, the coach declined to discuss her collaboration with Kamila at the recent Russian Championships. I have nothing to say yet. Sokolovskaya said, resisting Alexei Yagidin's pressure to get at least some information. Choreographer Nikita Mikhailov, who works with Sokolovskaya's skaters, was a little more forthcoming. Kamila is already actively developing her skills. She will definitely make it next season, and then we'll see. But I believe in it, a comeback, as do Tatiana Avka and Svetlana Sokolovskaya. What are her goals? At the end of November, Valieva began choreographing her competition programs. However, she hasn't yet commented on her return. Although it's clear, next season will bring at least one more intrigue. What will Valieva show? She'll turn 20 in April, but she was determined to have a long career. Leaving athletic career at such a young age would probably be foolish. Will the comeback work? Leave your comments and opinions. Thanks for watching.